And today we reacting to when Nickelodeon was black. Boy, Keenan and Kel was my shit. Who loved Orange Soda? Kel loved, boy, that was my shit. Now the one with Nick Cannon, I don't even remember what that was. I ain't gonna lie. My brother and me don't remember that one either. All that too was my show. I ain't gonna cap. Bro trip, Bo tip. I don't know. And then the other one on top, I don't even know what that was. Yo, that's so Raven's dad. Oh my god, he played in that. I never knew. But let's see what's up.
Nickelodeon was black. Do y'all remember this era? From the early 90s up until about the mid 2000s, Nickelodeon was actually Nickelodeon. I'm talking about shows with fully black cast members and seeing full-on representation of black culture. Our music was highlighted, the swag was shown off, and you even had niche cultural references brought up in these shows. It's just so crazy to look back and see how different things are from today. We live in an era now where even the sight of a single black
Bro, Kel's the reason to this day I love Orange Soda. No lie.
person gets the show labeled as woke or that character being labeled a DEI hire. Just take a look at this screenshot. Even though it's a video game, this sums up how a lot of people feel about us. They truly don't want to see us in no type of media. Anyway, black Nickelodeon was all by design.
According to the New York Times, a 1989 Nielsen report, the company that does rating, found that blacks spend significantly more time watching television than non-blacks do. Starting in
Wait.
black.
It's reported said that in 1989, black households watched 77.3 hours of television each week compared to 50.1 hour of non-black households. I mean, we just be chilling. What's so bad about that? What? It's some good shows. I'm an advocate. Watch your show. Chill out. Watch your show. There's nothing wrong with it, gang. I'm going to watch my show and chill out. No cap. You know? And plus, some white folks just be bored. They be doing anything. Like, they literally just have too much time on their hands and just bored doing God knows what.
Blacks spend significantly more time watching television than non-blacks do. Starting in 1990, the networks decided to double down on that black audience. Think ABC with Family Matters, Hanging with Mr. Cooper, and NBC with The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The company that really went all in was Fox, which was founded only a few years earlier. Fox knew in order to be competitive with the big three, they had to dominate this market. So they picked up In Living Color, Martin, Living Single, then the WB would follow. This strategy.
Some bangers ain't gonna In Living Cup. That was a banger. Now I don't know what TV show Steve Harvey had. Garbage. I ain't gonna lie. Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac. Man, they had some banger shows, boy. They was cooking up at that time.
Strategy lasted pretty much until the late 90s. Around that time, networks started seeing success in team-based dramas. Think One Tree Hill, Gilmore Girls. Coupled with the reality show boom of the early 2000s and competition shows like American Idol, that rating show attracted a multiracial audience. So the networks went in a different direction, which is why we saw a decade-plus gap in the 2000s of little to no black shows.
So Nick's strategy was simple. Use black people in the culture to attract a broader audience and then pivot over time. I call it the Post Malone method. Now today we're gonna take a look back at some of these classic Nickelodeon shows and take a trip down memory lane. Now disclaimer, I am a 2001 baby, so a lot of these shows I may have fuzzy memory with. Mainly I probably caught these shows while watching reruns, and some I may not have even seen at all. Nonetheless, I still want to highlight these classics, and if you remember any of these shows, man, drop a comment down below. No more talking, let's hop into this video. Now the first show I want to highlight in this video is All That. Released in 1994.
Nobody will understand the level this show was on. Like, yeah, I ain't gonna say I was like, I caught it every time, you know, like I was more Cartoon Network, but still though, like, bro, this was a legendary show. Cause I had went back and watched it on YouTube, but this was so legendary. I can see why this really did good. This is actually funny, nigga. Just like the Amanda show, this is actually funny as fuck.
Running all the way up until 2005, this is one of the highest rated Nickelodeon shows back in the 1990s. Now the cast from season 1 wasn't all black, but it was.
I feel like it was funny because it wasn't. It wasn't trying too hard, but at the same time, it let itself be natural. Like, it was just really natural versus now everything is all scripted and like cornball PG-13 like jokes. Like, it gets terrible. Like, all that now cannot get done. I'm sorry, they could not make all that in the Big 2026. I just couldn't see it.
Very diverse. There was great representation and black people made up the.
Oh, Kel and Keenan both worked together in this. Okay, I did not know that. I did not know that.
The majority. The premise of this show was very simple though. It was like Saturday Night Live, but for kids. There were fast-paced comedy sketches with recurring characters and catchphrases. Now the thing that really made this show stand out was the music element and how it highlighted, you know, hip-hop, R&B, which is a huge part of the black culture. The intro song was an absolute classic, sang by the legendary group TLC. Now towards the end of every episode and all that, there were guest musical performances. And I'll list off just a few that were featured on the show. Aaliyah, Brandy, Usher, Monica, 112, Destiny Child, The Brat, Nas, Out.
That's Destiny Child?
There were guests, Usher, Monica, 112, Destiny.
Huh. I heard her name so many times growing up. I never seen how the woman look. I swear to God.
Child, The Brat, Nas.
And that's Nas? Huh.
Outkast, Busta Rhymes, Ice Cube. I told y'all, man, it was Nickelodeon. Now the next show I want to talk about is Kenan and Kel. Airing on Nickelodeon from 19.
This show is a Hall of Famer, for sure. This show here was a repeat upon repeat upon repeat upon repeat upon repeat. I would watch this every time. I could watch this for a whole year straight, how much I love this show. It had a hook on me, like, I don't know, it had such a hook on me. It was so good. Like, I can watch this over the Amanda shows, Zach and Cody, whatever. This was such a good show, bro.
1996 to 2001. This series starred Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell from their previous show, All That. In this series, there are two best friends that get into all type of crazy adventures in Chicago. Like I stated, I was a 2001 baby, but from the reruns, Kel was always like the crazy one, energetic, sometimes dumb, and then Kenan was more chill and relaxed, but they meshed together perfectly. Just like All That, this show was heavily influenced on hip-hop. The introduction to the show was written and performed by the artist Coolio. And although, man, this show was well received, it even won favorite TV show at the 1998 Kids' Choice Awards. Both Kel and Kenan Thompson are solidified in the culture. They even had some movies together, Good Burger and Good Burger 2. After the show ended, they both had success.
Never seen Good Burger 2. How y'all feel about that? I never really gave it a try. I don't know. Y'all let me know. Tell me what y'all thought about it. Should I watch it?
As well. Kel, not as much as Kenan. He has some rough parts, but overall, I love these brothers. Next up, we have Cousin Skeeter. To be honest with y'all, I never watched this show, but after looking at the cast, like, I have to bring this show up. It was loaded. We got Robert Richard, Bill Bellamy, Megan Good, Rodney Sheridan. All of these people we went on to see have, you know, great or successful acting careers. Running from 1998 to 2001, this is a live-action sitcom blending traditional teen comedy with puppetry. What makes this show different, though, and I've seen a lot of people talk about, was how it represented a different type of black people, the black middle class. In this series, you would see stable family dynamics and teen social life that was rooted in community. In this show, it centers around Bobby Walker, whose life is disrupted by the arrival of his cousin Skeeter. But despite him being a puppet, he was a part of the family, y'all. He was still a real nigga. And to add the cherry on top, this show once again showed love to the culture. The theme song for Cousin Skeeter was performed by R&B group 702, and it's a whole vibe. Next up, we got Romeo. Aaron from 2000.
Romeo. My big cuz used to love that. I used to catch it on occasions, but Romeo was
702, and it's a whole vibe. Next up, we got Romeo.
This was a classic, though. This is actually a classic, low-key. That nigga hates to fuck me up, though.
Romeo. Aaron from 2003 all the way to 2006. Romeo is a teen sitcom centered around Romeo Miller, son of Percy Miller, aka Master P, and he is also in this show as well. In this series, we see a confident and musically gifted middle schooler navigating friendship, school, and family life. This is another show that I'm not that too familiar with. I do know much about Romeo though, man. I know in the 2000s, him and Bow Wow had that whole little beef going on. I was young, but I was still...
Wait, they had a beef going on? I never knew.
Tapped in. I probably would have leaned more with Bow Wow though, bro. I don't know. Anyway, in this show, just like all the others, were heavily influenced by hip-hop. Romeo at that time was a rapper, so the show was just a mixture of his real life and, you know, added on things. Now, this next show, I vividly remember it, okay? Just Jordan. Airing from 2007 to just 2008. This is one of the shortest shows on this list. This series follows Jordan James Lewis, a teenager who moves from Arkansas to LA with his mom and sister after his parents divorced. In the new city of LA, Jordan tries to fit in at school, deal with family dynamics, and navigate friendships and some crushes. Before we dive into more of the story, I want to talk about my boy Jordan first.
Bro, this nigga was in every single thing. I can't think of nothing this nigga wasn't in. Like, this nigga Nick Cannon had his hands in everything, gang.
Better known as Lil JJ, my boy was already clouded before this TV show. Now, Lil JJ first came into the spotlight when he won BET's Comedy Talent Search, named Coming to the Stage.
Now I'm gonna cry again, and I want y'all to say, what's wrong, JJ? All right, y'all got that? Kelly took my girlfriend.
This was the catalyst to his career, and after this we started seeing him in a lot of notable films. He played as the character Willie in the movie Barbershop, Up in the movie Crossover, and a cast member on Nickelodeon's All That in its 10th season. Now on Just Jordan, many of the plots center around his friends. Tony is a
Wait. I thought that was Nick Cannon. Oh, I guess I got it wrong then. My bad.
friend that I vividly remember. He was a Asian American. Throughout the show, we see them do all types of crazy things, learning how to play karate, giving church performances, and even cosplaying as thugs to pull some girls, bro. Just dumb shit. Another one of his friends in the show is a girl named Tangi. She's also his cousin. Played by Raven Goodwin, we all notably know her from her Disney Channel show where she plays Ivy in Good Luck Charlie. But in Just Jordan, she basically acts the same way. Outspoken, very smart, and she has like this love-hate relationship with Jordan. The thing I don't like about her character though is how they have her chasing around Tony. She just makes jokes all the time trying to get towards him, and he never even pay her any mind. What you will notice is that a lot of these shows love to do that to people that society deems unattractive, okay? Tangi is a dark-skinned, bigger girl that maybe the cast members thought wasn't as attractive for Tony to even talk to. Y'all know I gotta get
They used to do Dejanay 30.
deep. That's just my thoughts. Now another thing I want to bring up is the dynamic between Jordan's sister Monica, aka Momo, and his grandfather. I love it. He spoils her and has a very hard time telling her no. From having tea parties together, playing chess, their bond is unbreakable. Unfortunately in the show we don't see Jordan's father, so it's great to see that the grandfather is like, you know, the father presence. I wouldn't say that this show feeds into stereotypes at all because they tell you that the father was divorced. It wasn't like he was never in the picture. Jordan's mom in the show though, she is very overprotective. Everything she does is just purely out of love and trying to protect Jordan. Nothing that is crazy. She isn't stereotypical, she's not sassy. She drops gems all the time, and at first she may seem like she doesn't understand you or she goes against what Jordan wants to do, but eventually she gives in and understands his point of view. I vividly remember this one episode where Jordan, like, he snuck and got a grill. His mom told him to get rid of it, and then it ends up getting stuck and it made his breath stink. The storyline was very familiar to things I've seen in my real life. My older brother, I remember growing up, man, he used to do a lot of dumb stuff. It reminded me of Jordan, but I remember distinctly like he snuck and got a grill one day and he didn't tell my parents. They didn't get too mad, but it was like, so I can literally just see my real life into that show, man. I can relate to it. Anyways, the show was amazing to me. I hate the fact that it was so short. It only had 29 episodes. This is all for a reason though. Because of the 2007-2008 writer strike, Just Jordan got cut. They were actually in the middle of producing and filming season 3 when the show ended up getting cut. Now this is what the studio says, but Jordan, the actual actor, had this to say in real life. In a Facebook post, Jordan stated the following: Just Jordan got canceled. I ain't giving up no ass. With everything that was happening behind the scenes at Nick with Dan Schneider and all this other stuff, it's hard not to believe this. Jordan ended up having a great life anyway. He went to college, still starred in some films here and now, and just by taking a look at his
I don't know why I thought that was Nick Cannon, bro. I really thought that was Nick Cannon. Like he looked it like Nick Cannon. It threw me off, but he had a different change though. Jesus Christ.
social media, he's living a happy and healthy life. What you will notice is that these really big, you know, child stars, once they get older, they've lost their minds, strung out on drugs. So I'm very happy that my boy was able to get out and, you know, be the bright person that we remember him as. Now, the final show I want to add to this list is True Jackson VP. I know a
nigga, he just unlocked the core memory in my head. I forgot about True Jackson VP, boy.
bunch of my Gen Zs remember this one now. This isn't necessarily a black show, but the lead is a black woman and the cast is very diverse. Airing from 2008 to 2011, this series follows True Jackson, played by Keke Palmer, a confident and creative 15-year-old girl from Brooklyn who unexpectedly becomes the
again with the feet, man. They go Dan Schneider with the feet stuff again.
vice president of youth apparel at a major fashion company called Mad Style. Now this show is a little fuzzy in my mind. I watched it and I'm very aware of it, but for some reason I just can't remember a lot of the episodes. But with this show, you can truly see the direction that Nick was going. The cast wasn't as black as it once used to be. White people were becoming the majority. And this was because Nick numbers were now up. They didn't need black people anymore. So True Jackson VP was the last black show of my era that I can vividly remember. That's it for this video, man. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me
Bro, what was y'all favorite black show? Like, truly, what was y'all favorite black show? I need to see a lot of Keenan and Kales in here, bro. I need to see nobody better not say Corey in the House. If your favorite black show is Corey in the House, seek help. I will get you a therapist immediately. Something is wrong with you, gang. For sure. It's between That's No. Okay, for Disney Channel, That's So Raven. Nickelodeon, I have to give it to Keenan and Kel. I'm not gonna care. I gotta give it to Keenan and Kel. And for Cartoon Network, Static Shock for sure. Them my big three. That is my big three for sure. But let me know y'all big three. But don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, hit the noti bell. We upload daily. Binge on the videos on the channel. Hit the description below for the Twitch, Discord, and the TikTok. We be live on there occasionally. Don't forget to tell everyone that Solo uploads consistently, because I'm going to keep saying that. Even though I miss the videos, I'm going to keep saying that. And with that being said, we want to spread love, no hate, and we done. Peace.